coronavirus has struck almost every country, forcing states around the world to take drastic action to protect their people. But what of the people who are stateless? Coronavirus has hit the jungle, as are known the refugee camps scattering France's border with the UK. 3 cases have been confirmed.
People are scared. We know the fear that we feel being told to stay at home, and we can only imagine the fear that must be felt when you're told to stay at home when you do not have one. They still read the same things we do, they still hear the same things we do, but they're not able to take the actions that are needed to keep themselves or the people that they love safe.
The pandemic has forced humanitarian groups to make a tough decision and stop delivering vital aid.
It was truly one of the hardest decisions that we've ever made as an organisation and that I've ever made as a person. The people that we work with do not hold it against us. They tell us that they understand and even advise us not to come and not to work. And that's truly heartbreaking to see that level of selflessness from people who have nothing. Services provided by the state are notoriously sterile and cold. We have seen communities of Muslims being served non-halal food. The NGOs and the grassroots organisations that work here have a very different relationship with these communities. They're people that have become their friends.
Since the eviction of the original jungle in 2016, a primary goal of the state has been preventing its return. This policy explains the limited nature of state support and reveals a conflict of interest between NGOs and authorities.
This logic that they try to use of trying to deter people from coming here, it doesn't work. They have experienced far worse, and their resolve to get to where they are going is absolute. And so they will come here whether the state provides them with any kind of support or not.
The jungle has now hit Broadway, but it never really left France. Those who live here still call it the jungle. It just looks a little different. Charlie's organisation, MRS, covers the camp in Dunkirk, where Bajos is staying.
The first days when I came here, it was different. Organization was coming to see us, to sharing clothes, sharing food, and this organization told us that we cannot come anymore, so there's no food anymore, and there's no clothes anymore. I don't know what's going to happen to these people. If anyone has this virus, all of the people will take this virus. It will be shared very easily here because we are so close together. And as you know, here is very dirty. I saw so many families, so many children. They are homeless. We are like a homeless. We just have the tent. That's all we have.
The prefecture, or local authority of the region, sent a statement to the Evening Standard. It says, in response to the virus, measures were quickly implemented according to state guidance. These include water and soap distributions, daily medical checks conducted in camp, and increased capacity in accommodation centres. But a collective of charities wrote an open letter to the state, identifying remaining problems. Leah Njeim is from one of those charities.
So people are relying on charities for clothing, literally everything from underwear to jackets. They're relying on charities for tents. They're still lining up for food. They're calling us and they're asking if the English people are coming for the food. Thousands of people are going hungry in France.
Something that crops up a few times in the letter is police violence towards migrants.
We're worried that we don't have as much of an overlook of the situation. People have reported that when we're here, it tends to be less violent.
Now, charities claim, police are using powers of lockdown to prevent them from monitoring human rights.
So far, we've been fined at least 18 times. So they've been quite on their game at stopping us and controlling us.
The prefecture has said in this particular capacity they do not qualify as key workers and must observe a curfew. Between charities and the state, coronavirus has led to new levels of collaboration in Calais, but it has also heightened existing tensions and shone a light on the fragility of life here for refugees.